It's Week 18 of the NFL. And coming up next is the Commanders' leader at quarterback. He's putting together a tremendous campaign and is within range of the single-season passing record. It's the Commanders and the Saints, and it's coming up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Pete Scott, as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance at a tune-up before they play on into the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter. Their final chapter in a story to take the field until September rolls around again. And for some, frankly, well, this might be the last time they ever put the pads on. So leave everything you got out there and do everything in your power to go get that win in this final week.
For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And it's going to be the man under center who brings him out now in his 9th NFL season.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite, the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks simply cannot make.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Finds him over the middle. Rolling into enemy territory. Hits the 20. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead right away. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game too.
Yeah, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, one touchdown, and one massive statement sent across the field.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
Kate, this is one of those situations where a quarterback say to himself, poised. Be poised. Yeah, your team just gave up a big blow on the other side, and you don't have to get it all back in one play like they just did. You got to go out there with poise to do your job and go lead your team.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Trying to force one through there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Dropping back to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So no return on that punt. And the Saints will get set to take over.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete out to the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Play action on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. Finds a man right side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
And the Saints 1st down.
Working inside the red zone. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 16. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 16. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. And the defender coming away with it.
That's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he's in position to lead the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
On 2nd and 12 now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to affect.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Timeout called on the field. So we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints pull that in front further. 13-zip. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
Yeah, I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Commanders, nothing.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return coming from the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Throwing on 2nd and 13. Completed over the middle. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. New series coming up following the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Finds his man over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 from the 41. Pass play coming here. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be second down. Throwing now from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Commanders take over as he records the 40th interception of his career.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. But you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. New set of downs for him from the 46. They send a man in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, and they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Second and 13. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Complete out to the right. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Saints come marching onto the field. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Plowing up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
They motion the tight end over. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Commanders take over on his 11th interception of the campaign. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
The Commanders set to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 42. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
It's a pickup of 9 yards, and the Commanders will have a first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 32. Looking right, and he finds him. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Right up the gut. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They'll hand it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He manages a couple, and they are right on the verge of it. 3rd and goal from the 1. We've hit the end of one in this showdown between 2 of the league's best. The scoreboard reads 14-3. We'll return to Landover right after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the 2nd, and they're thinking points. 3rd time's the charm. He gets it again. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Hits him on the in route. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's the... Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He'll throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Timeout called on the field. So we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. They'll throw on 1st. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Back to throw now. He lets a heater go deep. He's got it inside the 10. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders make it 17 all. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Number 84.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
at the 45-yard line.
Cut out left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. On the move, past the 40. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To throw it on first down. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7.
Commanders 17.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Here's a give up the middle. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Pass play now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Looking to the air here. Buys time, rolling right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders who have it 2nd and 9. Here's a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. He beams one. Deep right up. He's got it inside the 25. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders earn the chance to tie it before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Saints are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup, you got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get it up to the 27. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this third down. Running it now out of the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Commanders will go on offense. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Airing it out to start this drive. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He's going to throw this one. Finds a seam down the middle. Fights up for tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. Back to pass on 1st and 10. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Still sticking with the passing game. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. They're throwing it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. All right, some adjustments in store, no doubt about that. They're headed to the locker room trailing as he kneels to end this first half. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. The Browns trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see currently they trail in that ball game. The Panthers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Titans trying to hold on and claim victory. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Jump off, caught by his back. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He can run it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing off the play fake here. He's got a man left. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover it.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Saints' 43-yard line.
From the 43. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll throw to begin this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Hauled in left side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to throw. It is Cup, left side. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. He'll throw it yet again. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 25-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
They'll throw it again. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Throwing it again here. This throw is cupped. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. Offense to the line for second down. They'll try and throw it here. He's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints take a 4-point lead.
31. Commanders 27.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Brings up second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They go play action here. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. They'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a third-quarter lead. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's 1st downs like that, Kate, just with the toughness of these receivers, that I can't help but think about some old school dudes. These playbooks have evolved so much in the NFL. Can you imagine some of the physical receivers back in the day and how badly they would have loved to play in the systems like this and just find a way time and again to put the ball?
And the Commanders get home, they drop in. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking for a throw here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now a give running right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Here's 2nd and 11. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's the Commanders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to their lead through the 4th. They'll come up 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Call it no gain that time, so now they face a 4th and 4.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This from just 23 yards away. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them the lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Throwing on 2nd and 11. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Setting up a throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This is one of those many moments where I'm really thankful I'm in the booth and not on the field. Because in my day, defensive tackles couldn't run like that. This is not a statuesque QB. This guy can run. And it wasn't a linebacker or DB that chased him down. It was a big old D tackle. Tip of the cap to you, my big man.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play. And as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Dropping back to throw. Got for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Give now to the running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 42. Catch is made down the right sideline. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Hand off to the back. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. They're going play action. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a give straight up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Commanders make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Here comes the Saints offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Throwing from the gun. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass play coming here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He throws. Oh, brother. It's another interception. And the Commanders have the football as he reports his 12th INT of this season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders have likely locked up the win right there. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders go up by 19. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. To throw it on 1st down. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The Saints calling for a timeout, their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Got to hurry this to the line. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
They send a tight end in motion. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Third and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Commanders take over on his 5th interception of the season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Now outruns their offense to take over. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So score this as a win for the Commanders. And they end the season the way they have so many games already this year, Brock, with a victory. And now they get to enjoy an extra week off to rest and prepare to host a game in the divisional round coming up in 2 weeks. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.